We survived. Okay, day 6, guys. Um, I wonder how loud the fan is gonna be if I switch it on, but it's day 6. We weren't able to show. Listen here, listen. I wasn't able to post a video, but I was. Oops! Ouch, Wilfred. But yes, cutie. But I was, ow, Wilfred. But I was definitely showing up. I was thinking about the space the entire time. I was thinking about the process. I shared conversations with, people that I trust about what's happening in the space, what's happening with me. It's only, yesterday when I was talking about it, it was only day 5, and there's been a lot of realizations, growth, transformation, just shifts that are happening simultaneously. And now, on the 6th day of this experience, I'm realizing that, and I wrote this down because I've been reflecting on this. Like, how am I showing up and how am I holding space for everybody else, or even just for the container? And I'm realizing that obviously we're not going through the same thing. We're not going through the same thing. I was connecting to the grief, the pain, the heartache, the restlessness, the confusion, the anger, the denial, the bargain, everything that's happening, the entire mess. And I do believe that was meant to happen in the succeeding days, and in the previous days. And maybe it's going to happen again in the succeeding days. We got 30 days, guys. But today in particular, there is this understanding, there is this recognition that we're all going through different versions of transformation, of growth, of love. And I wrote the word infusing. What I'm bringing here to this container is maybe something that's useful for you in whatever way you're experiencing it. So I'm infusing this energy. I'm infusing how I'm experiencing things, my vulnerability. There you go. I'm showing up fully present and vulnerable and open. And if you're showing up the same way, the transformation is unique for each of us. But I'm mentioning it and, placing attention there so that you can also recognize that. Be open to the process and notice how you're responding to how I'm showing up, because that's where the magic happens. That's where your transformation happens. Whatever comes up for you, if it's light, if it's expansiveness, if it's anger, if it's annoyance, if you actually exit the video, all of those things are signals for you to have a conversation with yourself, or not have a conversation. But it is changing you, and now you get to choose where you're headed because of that. But definitely I want to let you know that this container is here for growth, for transformation, for magic to happen, for love to exist, for love not just exist, to be amplified, to be recognized within you in the space and celebrated. Another thing that was coming up is just a reminder for everyone to listen. You know what's interesting? Wow. I like the energy that's okay. There's no like, or I mean, it's a person. Kai, I appreciate the energy that how I'm showing up or how I'm responding to the space. It's very comforting. There is a hum of curiosity and openness, playfulness that's happening. I feel like there have been people who felt that soul cry. It's very freeing, huh? It's liberating. It's like intellectually, you're feeling the tears fall. I always even say to myself, I fondly say, let the tears fall back to your heart. There have been people who've allowed themselves to really feel it. Grief, loss, heartache, growth, exasperation, hope, curiosity, release. Wow. Interesting. It's so interesting, right? I mean, I guess I'm also saying it out loud, like the intellectualization of it's like, oh man, it's day 6. It's only day 6. What's going on? What's happening? But it's amazing to see and appreciate the curiosity, the receptivity, the openness that's happening in the space. Wait, I need to read this out loud. All for the highest good. All for the highest good. Protect this space from energies that are not aligned. Amplify the good. The hopeful intentions, and synergize. Okay. Listen. Also, what's been coming up for me is really noticing my shadows, like the voices in my head that are getting louder in these moments. And I think, I'm not sure if that's also happening with anyone watching this video. And for me, it's not about avoiding your shadow self or the darkness. It's really just getting curious and sitting with it and like being there and witnessing. It's kind of even like looking at it as a strength. Your ability to really go deep down into the darkest crevices of your existence. To get rooted. And then reach up to your lightest, highest soul expression. And what creates that balance is your awareness and your intention and openness and trust. Because it's interesting. I even wrote, I think this is the moment. This is the moment. This could be a perfect time for you to just ask yourself what you want. And it's interesting because at the surface level, there is that thought of the other person. There's this yearning, there's this hum of longing. But I wrote down envy, desire, jealousy, because interestingly enough, in this time, that has been my kind of marker, like X marks the spot. It's like if I'm watching a video and then the person in the video is doing something that invokes like a response from me, like let's say they're painting or they're singing, because as you see the guitar, I've been wanting to sing. I have been, but I haven't been creating or like celebrating that expression by posting it or sharing it. I will. But those things have made me, I've noticed jealousy comes up, envy comes up. But instead of avoiding it or even resenting what I'm feeling, 11:22, I have conversations with it now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's coming up. I guess all the more I want to create space for me to be able to sing and write and play the guitar. So whereas before I would suppress the thoughts because, I guess in this society, we haven't really been taught to sit with those kinds of emotions like envy, desire, jealousy. They've kind of been the bad, what do you call this? They've gotten the bad rep. But for me now, it's exploring those emotions. And I guess the reason why I mention it when we're talking about no contact rule, because that void, that space, and that gap in our lives, that longing, I think it's the low-hanging fruit. It's like easier for you to reach for another person to outsource and externalize, how to be present with that void or that gap. But what I realized recently, which is so exciting and liberating. What did I just do? What was that? Anyway. Oh, man. I'm a little scruffy today. I just kind of... it's been a rough morning. But I'm like... something... I said I was planning to create the container later today. But I said, you know what? Open it right now. Or create the day 6 container. And so I'm here. Where was I? Yikes. That void. And I've been hearing it a lot. Man, I've been hearing it a lot. My niece has been talking about it. Like I mentioned in the other video I posted, I've been hearing women online, in the communities share their frustration about how am I going to fix this? Like what can I do to make myself feel better when those moments happen? And then for me, it's like this relationship with sleep. It's like we actually really don't know what happens in sleep, but we know that it's so restorative. It's our moment for rest, recovery, integration, for processes in our body that we're not even aware is happening. And so like the void is also that space. It's a space where it's space where magic happens. It's space where possibilities haven't even expressed themselves and you get to play and say, ooh, there is this infinite well of possibilities that I can access. And what is there? What is there for me? You know? It's interesting because I've been also the expression black hole has been coming up for me, but not in a bad way. It's like the absence of anything, of concept, of awareness, of anything that this human form, or this, I don't know what we are, but yeah, are capable of even understanding. Oops, sorry. I just realized every time I'm scratching my hand, it's so weirdly audible. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, oops, 16 minutes. It's so hard to put into words because language does not capture that glimpse, that little gift of knowing that in that emptiness lies the beauty of expression that you haven't even realized. It's all the versions of you, all the desires, everything. And then as soon as you open your eyes, that choice gets realized. Yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know. So, I mean, obviously I reached that because of this journey that I've been on ever since. Like, I realized that void at very young. I was very young when I felt the first kind of longing and yearning and looking at other people and they're holding hands, or like, what is that? Why is a man and a woman? Or obviously at that time, we weren't versed about just love in its fullest expression, regardless of sex and gender. But yeah, it's just kind of like, what is that? What is that affection? What is that intimacy? Kind of like now getting curious about it, and then feeling, being in your first relationship and saying like, this is it, my precious, and then becoming Gollum. And then becoming Gollum. There was kind of a gap in, society, and like how we learned about love in its purest, like infinite expression in this existence. We were just like, oh, we're born, we have a name, and then we started learning, social constructs, and then it gets layered with the rules and right and wrong and the shoulds and like self-concept. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to be right. It's 18 minutes, but I don't know. It's just, I want to plant that seed for you to also get curious about it. And I hope the rambling that I've done today brings you, or kind of fans that curiosity within you. I hope that this space today infuses you with the different textures of life and the receptivity and openness to experience all of it. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong in these moments. Just an openness and receptivity and a surrender to the flow of the universe, to the divine design. Just a trust fall. And I wasn't able to create a video for day 5, but there definitely was a container that's out there because of our thoughts shared. We're like, ooh, where is she today? Ooh, where's the space today? There was definitely, but I will also try to not mispost posting that video for anyone who actually needs that visual anchor. My heart, let me like hug you. But for day 5, what I actually wrote, and it's in line with what I said about no right or wrong, is give yourself permission. Okay? Give yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling right now. Please. Okay? I am giving you permission. This space is giving you permission. If anything, if in this video, if anything, while you're watching this, for the minutes that you're watching this, give yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling, to allow yourself to experience whatever comes up. And interestingly enough, yesterday, the emotion that was coming up, not even for me, what I was observing that was brewing for whoever, I'm not sure if in real time right now that's still what you're feeling, but maybe so as well, because maybe it's meant that you're seeing this now, or I'm vocalizing this now. But I feel like there's anger surfacing and it's not able to come out, but it's there. It's there, and you know it's there. And so I will link a video in the description. There's another breath work. Breath work has been the portal, the gateway to access that space in between where your awareness can just exist. The inhale, the exhale has different qualities, and then the pauses in between. I was going to say, is where magic plays. Yeah, but he posted a video, and it's allowing you to access that anger. I have done this quite a few times, and there have been different things that needed to surface that I was able to witness because of opening and surrendering to that guided breathwork meditation, exercise. And I really encourage you to explore that practice. I'll write the link in the description. And if you do, please come back to this video and share your experience. So for me, what happened was I was doing the video. I was doing what he was instructing. It's a type of breathing that he was doing the I don't want to, convolute whatever's happening. But anyway, there is part of that was doing that. You do it for number of times and then escalate it to another layer of body cue. And then for me, what came up was, for the first time that it came up, just grief and anger. Hey, Mama. So I was the one who took care of my mom when she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and I guess wasn't able to truly be able to reach down to the levels of grief about her absence, not just in, now the loss, but as a child, like to be able to grieve her as a child. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the child version of me came up, and she was the one who was just wailing and crying for her mama. And yeah, I'm so curious what comes up for you in your sacred container. You're being held, guided, protected, loved. You're loved. If anything, maybe if you are going to go through that exercise, have a conversation with your spirit guides, your angels, loving and compassionate energies, Ask them to be there with you while you go through the practice. No fixing, no avoiding, no problem solving. Be in the space, receptive and open and listening. Okay. 25 minutes. This is our day 6 container, guys. Yeah, there's a little bit of kind of static that's coming up. I want to close it properly. And setting the intention that everyone who comes across this space, remember that they are loved, that they are loved. And don't forget to play and have fun. I know that sounds weird, but okay, guys. See you tomorrow for day 7.